Hey everybody, it's Angela. I hope things are good and groovy in your life. Did you guys peep that I broke my nail? Look at that. I've been going to the same guy for years, and I don't know what he's doing different, but I broke 3 nails the last week. Ain't that crazy? So, I wanted to make a little video really quickly about ego death. And, I'm a note taker. Resisting the urge to be right. And of course, what prompted me to want to make this video is an experience that I just had in my own life. And I find myself wanting to be right all the time. And if you're like me, who sometimes keeps their head in the sand, you know these things intellectually, but you don't necessarily experience them in your awake life, is because things are in such autopilot, because you're on autopilot, right? So I was just at a store. I was on my little computer uploading some videos. I was supposed to be working on my business, but I couldn't get in the zone. Well, I worked on it a little bit. I guess I didn't work on it satisfactorily. Is that a word? Satisfactorily. In a satisfying manner. Oh, I was like, is my track coming out? All right, back on task. So, ego death. So, I was at Starbucks, right? And it was time to go. And I'm having a pause because I'm getting a message in my brain right now about what to share and what not to share, and to be careful not to let my ego through, because there's a part of me that still wants to be right. Right before I even tell you guys the story, I want to sort of like, this is happening right now, like your higher self. If you are attuned and you are awakened, your higher self will speak to you, and you have to listen. But the ego will want to be right, right? It's like when people want to play devil's advocate. I used to tell an ex-boyfriend this all the time. Why do you need to give the devil a voice? I don't need that. I don't need that other opinion. I don't need that adjacent vantage point just to, I know what's right. I'm going to do what's right. And so, basically, someone said something to me, and I recognized that they were being passive aggressive to deliver their message. And when people are passive aggressive, it's a way for them to claim external power, which is inauthentic. And, if you're playing in that open fight of external power, your ego will want to do that and will want to be right. So there was a part of me that just wanted to sort of be like, girl, you don't need to talk to me like that way. It's not necessary, and blah, 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 blah. But I didn't, I fought the urge to call her out on her passive aggressiveness. And so I just was polite and kept it moving. I didn't even acknowledge it. She didn't realize that I had recognized it. She may not have even recognized it herself, because being passive aggressive is a mechanism. It's not always conscious. I mean, so many of us are walking through this, so many of y'all, so many people are walking around through this world being unconscious. And so I didn't even think she recognized it. But the lesson for me was, what I was left with was how clear it all is, right? And now I'm sitting here in my car and I'm like, oh my gosh, she was just passive aggressive for no reason. And that is normally a trigger for me, because I don't want to be made to feel small. But nobody can make me feel any kind of way. I don't need to retaliate. It was unnecessary, and I did not. And I think I really noticed the lesson today, because the same thing happened, was it yesterday or the day before, where somebody said something to me very passive aggressively. And in that moment, I looked back at that person and sort of gave them a look like, huh? Because it washed over me. And I did want to say something, but I didn't. Kept it moving, went on about my business, and that was that. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and share that with you. You know, keep that ego in check. You don't need to clap back all the time. It is a way that you are on autopilot, and when you are in autopilot, you are missing things. You are missing blessings. You are missing knowledge. You are missing downloads. Okay, if you're watching everybody's awakening videos, downloads, I've been calling them the switch. When you get this information and, you know, sometimes your ear is ringing, or you can hear a voice if you're clairaudient, hello, amen, or you get an image if you're, oh gosh, I forget, clairsentient, clairaudient, clairvoyant, you get a vision, you know, whatever it is, you know, you get that information and you listen to it and you heed it. When you know better, you do better. All right, I'm going to leave it here because, you know, I'm in the moment and I don't know how well this message is going to be received, but I want to put it out there. All right, I love you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Let the ego go. Bye.